Welcome to Pick 6. As always, I'm your host, Rishi Sadie. Before we get to this week's matchups, let's meet our panel. Starting with Reed, who maybe wants to explain what happened with that record last week.
I'm Reed. I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to move on. Let's talk about the games this week.
I'm Adam. I said some dumb things last week. We're going to get to that in a bit, but at least I didn't go 0-6. Reed.
I'm Brian. This is my first time on the Pick 6 panel. You might have seen me on the Fantasy Football Show. Reed, all I have to say is, what are you thinking?
Hey guys, I'm pinch hitting this week. I'm Josh, the host of 543, and I'm so bright, my mom calls me son.
Reed, quoting Mark McGuire there, he's not here to talk about the past. And, well, really neither are we. We're here to talk about the future, as in this Sunday's NFL matchups. First game on the slate, Cardinals at Seahawks. Defending conference champs are just meddling around. Can they pull off the win on the road, or are Matt Hasselbeck and Seahawks just ready to take this division under control? Reed, what do you think?
In this game, I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks. I look for them to control the ball, possession throughout the game. Matt Hasselbeck at the helm. The Arizona defense is giving up 370 yards per game, so that doesn't bode well for them. I'm taking Seattle.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking Seattle as well. With Hasselbeck back from his rib injury, he looks like he's back in top form. Arizona's defense is one of the worst in the NFL, so he's going to have a field day. And Seattle's defense has also been playing well. They're going to key on Arizona's passing game because the running game has nothing. So if they can shut down Fitzgerald and Breaston and Warner by keying on them, then Arizona really doesn't have a shot to score that many points in this game, and they're going to lose.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks. They made a statement last week against Jacksonville. Quest Field's always a tough place to play, and like the other panelists said, the Cardinals cannot stop anybody. Matt Hasselbeck should be able to pick them apart. I'm going with the Seahawks.
We'll make it a clean sweep, guys. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Arizona, 27th ranked pass defense in the league. Matt Hasselbeck in Pro Bowl form already. 2.5 games so far under his belt this season. 7 touchdowns, 103.1 QB rating. I don't see any way for Arizona to stop Seattle Seahawks.
Clean sweep right off the bat. All right, let's move on. Texans at Bengals. The surprising Bengals still sitting on top of the AFC North. Josh, you think you're going to keep riding this momentum?
Absolutely, they will be. Who would have thought we would be talking about the Bengals' possibility going into a 5-1 record after 6 weeks in the season? But I believe it's going to happen. I'm taking the Bengals. Cedric Benson has been running over everybody, just under 100 yards a game, including last week when he put up 100 on the Ravens for the first time since 2006. He will run over that 28th ranked Houston defense. Carson Palmer quietly establishing himself as an elite QB in the league. So even if they do have to play from behind, he gives them a great chance to win. Houston, too inconsistent. I'm going with the Bengals.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, I agree with Josh. I have the Bengals in this one too. They're on fire right now. Cedric Benson should shred the awful Texans defense. And Antoine Odom should keep Matt Schaub on the turf. I think Bengals are going to win, keep their storybook season alive for now.
Well, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to pick the Texans this week. Andre Johnson, that's why. Last week, he caught a pass over the middle. Inside linebacker Isaac Hayes lined up, hit him, left his feet, lower shoulder him, all 246 pounds of him. Andre Johnson didn't even notice. He just basically walked in the end zone right after that. The Bengals have not been able to put teams away at all this year. Every game of theirs has come down to the last minute. And if it comes down to the last minute in this game, Andre Johnson has a chance to win the game for the Texans with one big play, and I think he can do it.
I'm taking Cincinnati. Like the panelists said earlier, the emergence of Cedric Benson as a top-tier running back has been huge. They now have a balanced attack on offense. I look for them to also control the game with lots of possession and just win this one big, I think.
All right, Adam's the one going against the panel on that one. Let's move on to the Ravens and Vikings. Pretty big matchup this week. The Vikings still undefeated. The Ravens trying to keep pace with the Bengals in the AFC North. Reed, what do you think?
In this game, I'm taking Baltimore because I can't pick Minnesota. I'm looking for the defense to step up. I think Ray Lewis will, maybe give a little pregame speech where he pumps up the team. They know it's a big game. They know they have to perform. They've lost 2 in a row. It's time for them to step up, and I think they will.
Well, Reed says he can't pick Minnesota, but we all know he just means he can't pick Brett Favre. I don't know what the hate is. Whatever. Anyways, I like the Vikes in this game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, though, because the Ravens are not going to allow another 100-yard rusher. Peterson, he's a great back, but I don't think he's going to be able to put up that many numbers on them. So Favre's going to have to win this game for the Vikings. But if Trevor Pryce and Jarrett Johnson can add to their sack totals for the Ravens, they're going to make it difficult for him. I think they're one of the top 2 teams in the league right now, arguably. I think they'll have enough to pull it out, but don't look for this game to be a shootout at all.
Not exactly convincing there, Adam, but I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think they're going to make it hell out there for Old Man Favre and Adrian Peterson. They call Peterson AD for all day. This week, AD is going to stand for getting hit by Ray Lewis all day. Ravens have a great line. They should be able to keep that Vikings front seven, especially Jared Allen, away from Joe Flacco. I think the Ravens are going to win it, as much as I hate to say it, as the Steeler fan that I am. I'm taking Baltimore.
I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings, and the reason why is because I think Baltimore is way overrated. You look at who they beat: Kansas City, San Diego, and Cleveland. What is the big deal there? They lose to New England, they lose to Cincinnati, 2-game losing streak, they're going to make it 3. Adrian Peterson runs all over them. I don't care about Ray Lewis. Adrian Peterson's made out of rock-solid muscle. He will run straight through Ray Lewis, and if not, Brett Favre's shown that he can beat a team. Just go ask the Green Bay Packers. I'm taking Minnesota.
All right, a split there. We definitely don't want to get back into that whole Brett Favre debate. We've seen how that's played out before on this show and on numerous other shows. But let's get to probably the biggest matchup of the early season. Giants at the Saints, both undefeated.